With barely any skills, they'd been moved from the police station to an abandoned kindergarten. This all started with a simple operation. It was supposed to be a straightforward arrest, but when they saw the criminals' loot, Gavin couldn't resist and rushed into action. At a crucial moment, the walkie-talkie malfunctioned, causing a communication breakdown that nearly exposed their position. Luckily, Gavin quickly came up with a solution, acting awkwardly but convincingly enough to make the criminals believe they were dealing with idiots. However, their close following tactics raised doubts in the team leader's mind about the professionalism of his officers. The operation was blown, and after a few awkward seconds of eye contact, the criminals bolted. The team leader ordered the other officers to act. It turned into chaos as two of the team members, thinking they were camping, struggled to even put their shoes on, almost getting tangled in power lines. Meanwhile, disguised as a fisherman, Lixius was about to leave when one of his fishing buddies stopped him. During the pursuit, the criminal was surrounded by the team, but in the heat of the chase, Lixius struggled with his bike, unable to slow down and ended up losing the suspect. The team leader was disappointed, but at least Lixius had caught a fish with the help of a fellow fisherman. In the end, the team was reassigned to a remote island, and the 4 useless officers were sent packing. They were relocated to a temporary office, which was a depressing sight. But Gavin, ever the troublemaker, couldn't help but make unnecessary noise, prompting the team leader to threaten him in a comical way. Gavin's first case went awry when he mistakenly went to the wrong crime scene, assuming a pool of red liquid meant a serious situation. He clumsily gathered evidence with a cotton swab, only to be startled when the victim suddenly grabbed him. It turned out they were at the wrong location, and by the time they arrived at the real crime scene, Bernardo had already handled most of the situation. An old detective, Lixius, suspected the death was a suicide based on a simple note, but others disagreed, saying it wasn't enough evidence. Lixius, ever the skeptic, believed someone was trying to provoke him. When he was about to confront the suspect, the man revealed he was the new team leader, and instantly, Lixius backed off. The new leader soon joined the investigation and quickly deduced that the note's paper didn't match the kind of printer the deceased would have used. The team later learned that the deceased, Lynn Dongri, was a manager in the entertainment industry, but there was no surveillance footage at his home. The leader suggested they investigate his workplace. Gavin immediately volunteered, but the others, like school children at a Q&A, hesitated. The leader picked Min Rui, who correctly guessed the boss was left-handed and had just returned from a trip. The boss, surprisingly casual, invited them to lunch. However, Min Rui was stunned by the simplicity of the meal, and while they discussed the case, the boss revealed he didn't know much about the victim. The investigation shifted focus to the entertainment company, where the team learned about workplace bullying the victim had suffered. Lixius and Zheng Huan discovered a suspicious person on the street, whom Gavin instantly recognized as a scammer who had tricked him before. The investigation led to a convenience store where they cornered the suspect, but he tried to escape using a mosquito zapper. After some chaotic moments with a fire extinguisher, the team managed to catch him. Back at the police station, the leader confirmed that this was unrelated to the original case, but they still interrogated the suspect, despite his useless confession about a scam. At mealtime, the team discussed the new leader's background, impressed by his rank despite his youth. Lixius mocked him, but when the leader walked into the room, Zheng Huan quickly stood up to clean his chair, showing respect. The leader mentioned how the case had gotten significant media attention and someone had leaked details, resulting in online harassment of the entertainment company's artists. The team claimed no knowledge of the leak. The leader then pointed out that only unprofessional people would talk too much, leading Lixius to awkwardly ask, "So, was this the suicide case you mentioned?"